Hello and welcome back to The Beginner's Guide. Last time we left off, we were about to read this note. So, what's it say? Oh! Nice room. Not. I think it's a nice room. Are these all gonna be hateful comments?
First off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
It's so sad.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Oh, I just want to give Coda a big hug, and I've never even met him or heard of him. Like, I mean... Nothing here, go back. Don't listen to that guy. Free t-shirt! Need other side door, why are you so... Base games includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Open sesame. Door how to open. Can't open the door. Oh, let's go down here. This is so cool. Someday I'll meet the person who made this. It says the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good I get. Good feeling I get. New room. Do you hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? I'd like very much to be desired. Oh. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. It's not very crowded here. You can go in here, I think. Don't bother. A game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a put. This is where I get off. I failed to write anything here. I am compelled. Stop, turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. I want to read every single note. Take my hand, let's jump together. Not yet. I want to see this picture. What is that, right? What is that painting? There's no back there, we get over there. Well, I want to look at it. I'm thinking this is not going anywhere. Next time I will do better. Need someone to talk to. This is a note. Don't listen to the other notes. Oh, this is so sad. See, I'm not safe. This is why I'm doing this right now. It's because I want, I want to read all your notes, and I want to stop it. I want to be someone who connects you, and so you're not alone in a cavern full of notes no one reads, because I know how that feels. I mean, and I always felt alone. Like no one understood what I was going through, and I would express myself through poetry and my writing, my music, and it didn't matter to me if anyone ever read it, because I didn't feel like anyone would get it like I get it. And people, for the most part, people didn't, because they told me my poetry was too cryptic and that no one would ever understand what it was, and stop posting disturbing things. And honestly, you shouldn't stop posting disturbing things if that's what you feel and that's your art. And maybe someday someone will read it and understand what you were going through and what you were trying to say. And I feel like that's what this game is. It's this guy made something, and it's us trying to interpret what he was trying to say. And like right here, like I get a sense that he was someone who thought that he was just copying off of others' ideas. And basically, when you get your start anywhere, there's always going to be people that have come before you, and you're going to have to, every idea has a foundation, and it's what you bring to the idea and what makes you happy, what you mean to do in this world that matters. And Devil Tower Star, I saw that one before. And that's what makes it matter. It doesn't matter if someone did it before you, because if you're the one doing it and it's you, then that's good enough, at least in my opinion. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, this is a deep game, and it's making me want to get deep too. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Like, I want to hug him. I want to hug him so bad. I hope that this is something that gets through to him, because this is amazing. I beat the game.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
I got it! Ha! I'm the smartest. There was notes like this in the real world, so do I. To know how someone was actually feeling and be able to, understand them.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
So cool. I hear typewriters. Is Money gonna start playing? Lamppost. And my typewriters. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. See, that was a game about communication.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
I don't know what to think. I was not expecting it to get that deep. Oh, this is so cool. I probably have a stupid look on my face throughout most of this game. Yeah, it's just, that's my idiot slap-jawed. Oh my god, this is so cool face. I'm pretty sure everyone has one.
See, like, this is it, the whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there. It's invisible. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? Oh, I gotta do it. I want a TV. Okay. Now about how along the wall of the room? 10 stoves. Line up on the wall. I want to do some cooking. Okay, couches. Not what I had in mind. I think we should light up the room a bit. Skylight. I have one of those. That's why I can't record during the day. Skylights are cool. And a table. We need a table. Pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. But look, there's a table. Whoa.
There's a bit more to this one, but still it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Yeah, there's a TV.
So okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay. Hello, please walk forward. Alright. Thank you, my good sir. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on the table. Good. Go over the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in the room off and then turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa and move it over a little. Finally touch the shelves. That's it! In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to start to be taken back to your prison. Okay. Alright, you all remember that? Or is that the end of the game?
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
But this is a table.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally,
but you can never get
it's
out.
Awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Okay. Oh, look, it's a lamppost. But what's going on? Where's the game? Okay. Ooh, I just got shivers down my back. Alright. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Oh. That's it. I did the same thing. To cry for help, but he never put it out there, so no one ever hears it, so there's no point in it being there except for just to exist, just to be there for himself. And I did the same thing with my music, and it just, my poetry that I kept for myself, and I was like, I clearly wrote it for other people, but it was never shown to other people because it wasn't meant for other people, it was meant for myself. It doesn't make any sense. No, I'm saying it out loud. It just, I don't get it. Why? Why is that a thing that people do? If you need help, you need to talk to someone. And sometimes someone will understand. But you never know if you don't talk to anyone. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. Even if they don't understand. Exactly how I feel. Be here for as long as you need. That's sometimes all you need. You need someone who's just there.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it is nice. Things are gonna be okay.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
That's something that you should know. That no matter
To me, this
how bad
environment
things are,
is meant to
things
represent Coda's puzzle,
can get better.
with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad as all heck you showed up. I thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Sure, it's better. It's better. Sorry, I don't know the layout of this house very well. That's through here. But yeah, things get better. I've been through some horrible things. I don't know if they're as bad as what you've gone through, maybe better, but the point is that I got through it, and I did it alone, but you don't have to. You never have to do it alone. That was a choice that I made, because I thought that there was no one that would understand me. But there's always someone out there who will at least listen to you, and if need be, that's who I'll be. I'll be someone who talks incessantly at the screen while playing games and listens to you. And I hope that helps, because I want to help. I want to help anyone who goes through things that suck, like depression and anxiety and PTSD, or bad home life. I mean, there's so many things in this world that bring us down, make life hard, but that doesn't mean that life sucks. Because life may try very, very hard to suck, but it doesn't. Not if you don't let it. And sometimes it's beyond your control. Sometimes you have, these issues, like you have depression, which it's a disease. It's not something that you can just combat. It's not something that you can just choose to get better from. But you can still do something about it. Just by reaching out and getting help, you can get the medicine that will make things better. Like, fix the chemicals in your brain, because that's all what depression is. It's the chemicals in your brain not being at normal levels. It's nothing that you did. It's not your fault. It's not something that, you don't cause all the problems in the world. Some of them just happen, and we just need to deal with them. And that doesn't make us weak. It doesn't make us some pariah or social outcast. It just means that we need a little something extra to make it through the day. And I know it doesn't stop, because depression never stops. It's just something that becomes manageable, something that you know is there, so you know that you can push past it, and you can reach the same levels as someone who doesn't go through depression. You can become someone who is happy, and that's all that matters in the world. You're happy. It took me a long time before I got to the point where I could be happy with myself, with others, and now that I am, I just want to help everyone I can get to that point. I know it's not easy. It's never easy. Nothing is ever easy in this world. But it's worth
After the
doing.
intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Hey! I just
I know
said that!
Coda really liked this
Yay!
game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, grossly happy. all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Good. That makes me happy. I don't want anyone's life just to be constant suck all the time. No one can be constantly down. And that's actually, I'm working on a little something. If you know me, I write horror stories. I write sad music and play the piano in a sad, slow way. But that's not all that I do. That's not all that I want to do. I want to reach out and do something different. So I'm actually working on a little something which is out of my area of expertise. It's a happy game. It's a happy story. And it's so fun to work on. It's so different, and it's something that I can express myself in such a different way, but it doesn't mean it's a less way. It's just different, and I think that everyone needs, to have a happy day, a happy story out of their repertoire of normally sad and horrific stories. And I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but I want to say things. I don't know. Do you get me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, that's what I said before. I thought you were talking about pizza or something. But I get it. But I don't know how to say it. And it does make you feel better to clean up the house. I recently cleaned I clean my room every single time I go through a hard time, and it makes me feel so much better. I'll 100% recommend it, because when you look around and your things are all nice and in the right place, then it makes you feel better. And I am just rambling, I know, but hopefully I said something that,
I'm glad he made this.
you could relate.
I'm glad he found some peace.
I want someone, I want to help someone. That's what
But,
I
of course, it can't
do with my
last.
life.
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you
just
stay
said that.
alive.
You just said it simpler and smarter than I did. Oh. Anyways, that's all the time we have for this episode. So I know I said a lot of deep things and I rambled on about things. I don't know if I said anything smart, but I hope I did. I hope that you have a good day, or night, or week. I hope you have a good life. And I hope that I can continue or start being someone who, you can come to and makes you feel better. I want you to feel better. Anyways, sorry. Yes, hasta luego. All right. Have a nice day.